Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Middara and Tabletop Simulator. So, trying to save Echo, or at least trying not to get us killed. And I think our chances are good. Really, the issue is making sure we get there before bad stuff happens. But with the Poppet, I mean, it will eat up our flip, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I can also see about getting Nemesis up, because at this point there's only one consumable left in the deck, so we can kind of work off of that. When following, I'm just making sure there's nothing else I missed. But yeah, because like I said, the complaints were like there could be a situation where the Daedalus goes first, and if you don't have any, if for whatever reason you don't have pagers, that can be pretty bad. Yeah, so something like this, where Daedalus is practically going first. So what we're gonna do here, let's see, haste, all that's up. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna pop a pager because we need to make sure Daedalus goes last. So Daedalus will go last. Does her movement provoke attacks? It seems to, so I will assume it does. Okay, so one pager down. Unfortunately, Zeke goes first, which is not exactly the best situation, but that's okay. He's going to get one stamina for haste. While this is happening, I'm going to go ahead and pop Doom Break and get one stamina. Same thing for Shayless here. Okay, putting her at 4. Alright. Let's go ahead and knock out Mend. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and get Mage Armor up on Rook. How far can Zeke go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would put me in range. So yeah, I think I'm going to end up delaying a little bit on giving Nightingale some. Nightingale's going to go without haste for a turn. So I have enough stamina to go 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because he has cloth. 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to at least move one more step. So we'll go there. So that's all my stamina. Everything I can do is with an SOI. I have Hemlock and Sarah. So with all that in mind, let's do Exalted Summoning. And just trying to see if there's a way to make this do what it wants me to do, but it's not going to. So what I want is, I want Low and Paladin. So Low and Paladin is I roll a black die, and for each book I roll, an ally with an SOI may either gain haste, barrier, or courage, or an opponent may be inflicted with wilt, darkness, or poison. There is no save. So black die. Alright. I will go ahead and intervention that and see if I can get slightly better. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. So 3 books. That's enough to get wilt, darkness, and poison. So wilt, poison, darkness. And that also means I didn't have to use my fortune telling. So all 3. He's only immune to condemn, so all these do apply. Which means his defense is now only 13. He's going to take damage every round. Not poison, pretty much just it's worthless for us, but it's really the wilt that's going to be the big difference here. So that's it for Zeke. Goes to Echo. I'm not moving her. Goes to Shayless. Daedalus is going to get 1 stamina because she is hasted. And then I'm going to spend a stamina to move. So how's this thing work? Making it 8 attack, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, we're just going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 6, 8, 10, 12. Doom break. Okay, get it back. So I'm at 12, 13, 14. And then I'm going to spend that, do Valorous Chalice to give herself a courage. And I'll use a phase token to go to here. Okay. So that's what we got so far. I'm then going to go ahead and activate Vista Polaris to instantly teleport to a favorable location. We'll go here. It's not the best. The thing I'm worried about is being knocked back into Zeke, but honestly, if that happens, I'm probably going to be in trouble anyway. So let's go ahead and make our attack. We are flanking off the wall, so we get +1 to this. All right. So it's against 13. So the situation is this: as long as I'm flanking, I have +3 to the attack. It has -1 defense, so it has only 13 defense. My minimum roll on 2 blues is 10, which means with +3 it's 13. So I cannot miss any attacks right now. So with that in mind, so this is 14, 17. So 17 versus 13, so it'll be 4 damage base. And then +2 for Morbid Leather, +2 for Blade, so that's 8. It has 4 armor, so it'll have, that goes back down to 4. And then we got 5, 6, 9, 14, and Wilt brings up to 16. Like so. Alright. Then unfortunately, I don't have any stamina left to actually do quick blows or anything like that, so it's just going to be a bunch of attacks. So I'm going to do Blade Works next. Same things. Alright, so 16, 19. So it'll be 6, 8, 10. Goes back down to 6 because of armor. 7, 8, 11, 14, 19, 21 damage. That's with Wilt. So there you go. And then last attack will be False Idol. Okay. So 15, 18, so it'll be 4, 6, 8. Wait, sorry, let me do that again. So that's 15 there, and it goes up to 18. It has 13 defense, so it'll be 5. 6, 7, 8, 9 goes back down to 5, and then 6, 7, 10, 15, 17 damage. Okay, that's it for her. Then I have to do a conviction check to avoid taking magic damage, so I'll go ahead and make that now. I pass. Okay. Ignore that other blue. I was rolling the 2 up there. Either way, it's still a pass. Yeah, and that's it for her. Okay. Goes to Rook. Rook is going to spend 1 stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to here. I'm going to use a Bottle Blessing to get 1 stamina back. And then I'm going to root the mind on Daedalus. 9 plus 6 is 15. It fails, so it gets paralyzed. And I'm not within its SOI, so I don't get hit. I don't take any damage in return. And unfortunately, no time for me to get the font of renewal up yet. But I can go ahead and get an intervention up on Zeke. So there you go. Don't say I didn't give you anything. Alright, goes to Nightingale. Nightingale is not hasted. She will go ahead and take a damage to pay for her movement. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10. Okay. Then I'm going to do like the shadows. Go to here. God Machine. Go to here. Does that clip? Yeah, it will. Alright. I was hoping to avoid getting a clip, but it is what it is. In any case, I will go ahead and do Doom Break at this point. I will use Intervention to re-roll it. Okay. Alright, I'm not going to do Murder Circus yet. I'm going to go ahead and just shoot. We'll do Precise Strike first. It's going to be at -1, unfortunately. Not much I can do about it. Then I'll go ahead and use Kill the Messenger there, which will make it a 10. So 17 versus 13, because it has Darkness. So I do hit by 4. So 4 damage base, 5, 6, and then 11 from Precise Strike. Yeah, so 11 so far. 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 22, 26, 28 because of Wilt. So our previous boss fight, we only had Nightingale. For this one, we have both sisters. And you can see the Princess duo is definitely doing some pretty nasty damage. I actually had 3 DPSers on my personal playthrough. But this, having access to paralysis is actually pretty unique. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and quick blow off of this and shoot again. Alright, so that's going to be 15 in total, which does hit. It'll be 1 damage base. 2, 3, 6, 10, 14, 16. Okay. Alright. So one thing we need to make sure of is make sure we give enough threshold for the poison damage to make sure we don't accidentally trigger its second phase. So I quick blowed. I'm going to go ahead and shoot again with a regular shot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and re-roll the 5 and see if I can do better. So that's 13 minus 1 is 12. I'm going to use Masterwork to make it back to 13. So I just barely hit thanks to Darkness. It's going to do 1, 2, 5, 9, 11 damage in total. Armor doesn't matter because I have 2 black arrows. Alright, so that is it for Nightingale. It's going to go to Daedalus' turn. Daedalus is paralyzed this round, so... Oh, actually, sorry. I need to roll for magic damage. I got 12, so I am going to get hit for this. It does 2 if you're just with an SOI. Nightingale's resistant to magic thanks to the joining, so she'll only take 1. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and roll this purple die. It does 2 irreducible with the poison. And then his paralyzed is going to turn into paralyzed immunity. And then that is it for Daedalus. And that is first round done. Let's dive right in. Okay. Goes to Rook. Rook's going to get 3 stamina. We're going to go ahead and spend 1 to get Font of Renewal up and running. The sooner we get that up, the better. Okay. We'll place it down here. Okay. So the thing that's going to make this thing kind of annoying is he's going to move towards farthest opponent, so he's just going to start stomping his way through people, which is going to be painful. Alright, let's go ahead and... yeah, I'm okay with this. So, let's see, is there a non-adjacent opponent? Make an attack. So the issue here is the thing's going to attack Echo if we don't... Okay, you know, I have a way of dealing with this. It's not pretty, though. We're going to use the Augur Pager. Let's see. Is there an opponent making an attack? Blah, 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 blah. It's going to move 4 steps, which will go 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll get it out of range. Let me check what Relentless and Unstoppable do. So, page, I think it's 34. Nope, it's 33. Unstoppable, they treat obstructing terrain as normal spaces. Okay, so if they did that, he'll just go straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And that'll get it out of range of Echo. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna if I'm to avoid Echo being targeted, I have to use the pager to make Echo go last. Because otherwise, it could attack her and do like max damage. Because it not only does damage with its dice and its power, it has a purple physical on top of that, and it will do force push based off the damage. And as far as I can tell, she doesn't dodge. So yeah, it's possible you can do 30 damage here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put it in the back. The other option is we kill it. We pump 300 plus damage into it and hope we win. That's the other option. And put it all the way to the back and just throw everything we got at it. That might be doable, actually. Colossal... No... I don't... Colossal ignores... No, yeah. I was thinking about possibly, like, doing a summon as the bottom right corner, but Colossal can attack over people, so... If I felt confident that I could do 390... or 389 damage... Well, 388 damage at least, because Poison could finish off. I don't think I can do that in a single turn, though. I would have to roll really high, and as you can see, my rolls are not great. So I think I'm going to play it safe. And unfortunately, this will make us a little bit... This is our last pager, so it's going to put Echo on the back. And we're just gonna deal with what we got. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So Rook goes first. I just did his Font of Renewal. And I'm going to go ahead and just cast from here. Yeah, I'll just cast from here. I want to spend 2 to cast Courage Stifle. And see what we can do here. Alright, so 13 in total. 12 in total, so it's going to take 12 damage because I have 6 armor thanks to Barrier. As long as it doesn't end its turn with 200 damage, we can work with it. Alright, that is it for Rook. Goes to Nightingale. Alright, so Nightingale's going to get healed for 2. Get 3 stamina because she's still not hasted. Okay. Then she's going to go ahead and activate. She's going to go ahead and do God Machine to here. And then like the shadows are there. Okay. Does this thing have provoke? It does not. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and do Precise Strike first. Alright, so technically I haven't moved this time, and I'm not shooting through an ally, so I have +1 to this shot. So that's 16, 17 versus 13 defense. So 4, 5, 6, 11, 13, 16, 20, 22 damage. Okay. I'll go ahead and quick blow off of that. Alright, it's going to be 12, 13, which is a hit. So I'll do 7 damage. Or sorry, 9 damage. Because of wilt. Alright. And then I will go ahead and shoot one more time. Also, I keep forgetting to give intervention to people. Actually, I think I gave it to Shayless, maybe. Either way. Alright, I'll reroll the 6 and see if I do better. Alright, well that's better. So this is our 3rd attack, by the way. So 13, 14, so 1 damage base. 2, 3, 6, 10, 16 with Brutal Slaughter, and then 18 because of Wilt. So that'll put us at 172. I will go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and Doom Break. Okay, keep 1 stamina, and I'm going to use that stamina to quick blow. So essentially I did Precise Strike, Quick Blow, Regular Shot. Yeah, so this is our 4th attack with a Quick Blow. Alright. That's right now at 13, 14. So it'll be 1 damage base, 2, 3, 6, 10, 12. I'm going to go ahead and use to kill the messenger, and we'll see what this does. So that's 18, 19, so it'll be 5, 6, 7 for Morbid Leather. So we're at 7 right now. I'm going to go ahead and note the 7 damage. Yeah, I'll note the 7 damage right now. So it'll be 179. And then I'm going to start using symbols. Okay. We'll go ahead and use one of the burst. Puts you at that. I'll use the other burst. Put you at that. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 of the shields. Put you at that. And then I'm going to use 2 books. Put you at that. And then the rest of the symbols I'm not going to spend. So with that, there's no chance of him getting killed by the poison. Okay. Speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and pass turn at this point. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pass turn at this point. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep that last stamina. Instead, I'll use the infection to do the quick blow. So that'll keep me with something I can dodge with. Anyway, goes Daedalus' turn. I'll roll this purple here. I do 2 damage. Okay. It's going to make an attack. Well, first, is there a non-adjacent opponent within range 8? Yes. Now, usually, the figures should be blocking, but he has Colossal. So what Colossal will do Figure with this tag ignores elevation and other figures when drawing line of sight, and figures targeting a figure with this tag ignore elevation and other figures. So, oh, actually, that means I didn't have the -1 then, but that's fine. It would have resulted in a few extra points of damage, I think. But that's not a huge deal. In any case, it's going to make an attack against the furthest opponent. It's going to be a tie between Zeke and Rook. Rook is higher on the initiative, so it's going to shoot at Rook first. Alright, Skull's a miss, so don't need to worry about that. Then it's going to... Is there an opponent adjacent? Yes. It's going to make a melee attack. It's a tie, but it'll go after highest initiative, which will be Nightingale. I'm going to use a stamina to dodge with Nightingale and hope for the best. Alright, 3, so we're at 16 defense. Good luck. Alright, it misses. I'm not going to... No counter. Alright, and then move towards the farthest opponent. Make a separate attack against each figure currently within reach to. So, farthest opponent is Rook and Zeke, and this thing will stomp through things. So, let me make sure I do all my effects correctly. I should just leave the page open. Alright. Just making sure my water stays away from the rulebook. Okay. So, it has Relentless, which means it has Crush. Opponents that occupy spaces of figures moved into or placed into the nearest unoccupied space as though they occupied a space that you ended your movement in. Alright. As though they occupied a space you... Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to read this correctly. So, with Relentless and Unstoppable, he's just going to move straight up. With the Unstoppable, it's going to turn that obstructing terrain into hindering. So we will go ahead and get that going. It has 4 movement, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Now, the thing I'm trying to read here is for the Relentless. So you have Crush. In addition, opponents that occupied spaces this figure moved into are placed as though they occupy a space you ended your movement in. I think you don't move them until after you finish the movement. That's the thing I'm a little confused about. So, in the case of Crush, treats all spaces unoccupied. If it ends its movement in a space that is occupied, move the occupying figure to the nearest unoccupied space. Okay, so this is in addition to. So yeah, it will actually move Shayless. And it's are placed into the nearest unoccupied space as though they occupied a space you ended your movement in. That's worded so weird. Let me check that real quick. Okay, I think it's in addition, opponents that occupied spaces the figure moved into are placed into the nearest unoccupied space as though they occupied a space that you ended your movement in. So I think it's just going to place you based off wherever this happens. Because usually Crush doesn't move you unless you stop on top of them. So with that, I can place him wherever. So I'll probably place it based off what's worse. So probably here, since that puts it near pits. I do still take the purple irreducible though, so let's go ahead and roll that. So 2 damage to Shayless there. Alright, now it's going to go ahead and do its final step, which is reach 2 attack against everybody. And these, of course, attacks have push X. We'll start with Rook first. So, attack against Rook. Okay. if I let this go through, he's going to heal for 2. Let's see, it's 17 versus 13, so it'll be 4 damage base. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He'll do 4 damage. So he'll take 4 damage. He's going to heal for 2. And I have to make a conviction check against 11, so I'll do that. Okay, pass it. And then it's going to do a push at force 13, which I pass. If I had failed it, it would have moved spaces equal to the amount of damage he took in, which would have been 4. So he would have moved back. He would have moved back 2 and then slam against the wall for 2. All right. Next, it'll be Zeke. Zeke will dodge with Ethereum Coat. All right. He's going to have 16 defense. That's 15, so it misses. And then it's going to go after Shayless. Shayless is going to dodge with Najitsu. Alright, so that puts her at 18 defense. She is technically flanking, because this is a 2 size. So it's actually flanking with that tile there. So she actually gets an additional +1 defense from Morbid Leather. So that puts her at 19 defense, which misses. Alright, definitely not countering, because obviously we don't want to accidentally trigger him. Alright, that is the end of Daedalus' turn. Just making sure... Oh, I needed to... I did forget to roll for Nightingale's magic damage. So, also there were break attacks. I chose not to do them, because I don't want to do any extra damage. I need to do Nightingale's break spell damage. I got 13, so I resisted it, so it didn't matter. It would have done 4 damage because she was adjacent, but it would have been reduced down to 2 because of resistance if it had failed. Alright, so that's it for Daedalus. Goes to Zeke. So, at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need to get in range of Nightingale there. So, first we'll heal for 2. Get everything refreshed. We'll go ahead and apply Mage Armor to Shayless there. Then I'm going to 4 stamina for the turn. Spend 1 stamina to move. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And that puts me within 6 range. I'm going to go ahead and use that opportunity to get haste up on Nightingale. And get her an intervention token. Someone did do damage with courage, so he should have gotten 1 stamina a while ago. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and give himself courage. And we're going to go ahead and do possession. Spend 1 stamina to do possession on Shayless, and have Shayless attack this bastard. So that's 14 plus 3 because of swords and flanking. So that's going to be a total of 17 versus 13. So it'll be 4 damage, plus 2 up to 8. It has 4 armor, it goes back down to 4. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. It'll do a total of 16 damage. Putting it at 208. Then I'm going to go ahead and... Also, they did clarify for the cloth armor, you can choose not to do the counter, which is why I didn't attack. Alright. We'll hold on to fortune telling for now. I'm going to spend 2 stamina to attack, using the hatchets. I'm going to use intervention to reroll. That's better. 16 versus 13 defense. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. It has 4 armor, so it'll go down to 7, and then +2 for wilt is 9. Okay. I'm also going to go ahead and just get these out of the way. I'm going to throw both axes. So first one does 0 damage. Second one, 7 minus 4 will do 3 damage. There you go. Then I'm going to go ahead and flip the Bad Man's Book of Baddies. I want to summon Zulfikar. Pulling out all the stops here. So here's Zulfikar. Also, on the attack I did damage with, I'll heal for 1 as well. Okay. I need to get him his stamina and his damage counter. I don't expect him to do much, but he is starting out. He will be starting out flanking because I can place him anywhere with an SOI. Oh, Zulfikar. All right, I teased last time where I summoned him and didn't need him, but this time we might need him. Okay, that is it for Zeke. Zeke is going to have to make a conviction check. 13 exactly, so he passes. So no extra damage. It's going to go straight to Zulfikar's turn. He's going to start with 3 stamina. And then I'm going to go ahead and go straight into doing Onslaught. So yeah, we'll go ahead and spend all 3 stamina to do Onslaught. Every attack will have a follow-up of another attack. So here goes nothing. +1 to the attack is a flanking. Alright, so that's 14 in total. So 15 because of flanking. So it does hit. It'll do 2 damage base, and then every shield will add 1. So it does a total of 5 damage. It gets reduced to down to 1 because of armor, and then +2 to wilt. So it does 3 damage. And then it's going to follow up with that, with another attack. That's 12 + 1 is 13. It has 13 defense, thanks to darkness, so it does hit. It's not going to do any physical damage, but the wilt will do 2 damage. Let's see. This attack gains follow-up, make an attack. The above follow-up attack gains another. So it's going to do its 3rd follow-up attack. I'm going to go ahead and exhaust Promise. Before rolling for the attack, Zulfikar gains +X to the attack roll, where X equals the amount of times Zulfikar attacked the target this turn. So we've attacked it twice, so it's going to get an additional +2 to this. Alright, so that's 16, 17 because of flanking, and then 19 because of Promise. So it's going to do 6 damage base, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gets reduced down to 6 because of armor, and then up to 8 because of wilt. Bam. Alright, so did a few extra points of damage. Then that is it for Zulfikar. I need to do a conviction check with him. It uses Zeke's dice. And it's going to take 4 damage. Okay. That is it for Zulfikar. Goes to Shayless. Shayless will get 4 stamina and heal for 2. Alright, here we are. It's Fist of Polaris first. I'm going to stay in... I'm going to shift down 1's position. Just in case I get knocked back, I might be able to try to fend off the... If it's less damage, I might be able to fly off into oblivion. In any case, I'm still flanking off the back wall. Alright, so Promise, or not Promise, Fist of Polaris. +3 to this attack, because I'm flanking. So 20 versus 13, so it's going to be 7, 9, 11 from Swords and Morbid Leather. Goes back down to 7 because of armor. And then 8, 9, 12, 15, 20, 25, 27 damage. It begins. Alright, then we'll quick blow off of that. Attack again. Alright, 18, so that's 21 versus 13 defense because it's darkness. So 8, 10, 12, goes back down to 8 because of armor. 9, 10, 13, 16, 21, 26, 28 damage. Hit this thing with everything we got. Everything. Alright, next I'll do Blade Works. Okay, 14 plus 3 is 17 against 13 defense, so it's going to be 4. Up to 8, back down to 4 because of armor. And then 5, 6, 9, 14, and then plus 2 is 16. Okay. One thing I wanted to check real quick. It was 8, 10 earlier. I'm just making sure I did the math right. I don't know if I forgot the wilt. 21, so 8, 9, 10, 16, 26, 28. Yeah, I don't know if I did the wilt or not. I'm not going to worry about it, though. I'm going to quick blow off the Blade Works attack. So 12 goes up to 15. So it's going to be 2 damage base, 3, 4 for the sword combo. It goes down to 0, and then it's going to be 3, 8, 10 damage. Okay. So that's quick blow off of Blade Works. Now we do False Idol. Alright, I'll go ahead and intervention that. Or sorry, no, I'm not going to intervention. I will forebode that. So there you go. Actually, yeah. No, yeah, I'll stick with the intervention, sorry. So 13. And I have to declare it before I roll anyway. So 13 goes up to 16. So 16 versus 13, so it's going to be 3. Morbid Leather will trigger 5, 7, goes back down to 3, 4, 5, 8, 13, 15 damage. Every point of damage kind of counts, so me messing up something might bite me in the end, but we'll see. Then I'll quick blow off of that. Quick blow off a False Idol. Alright, so that's 13 again, so it goes up to 16. So 3, 5, 7, goes back down to 3. 4, 5, 8, 13, 15 damage. Alright, not bad. I'll go ahead and Doom Break. Alright. Get a stamina. Don't flip. And I'm going to go ahead and Hangover Elixir. And use that to attack again. Okay, 14. Which means it goes up to 17. So it's going to do 4 damage base, then 6, 8, back down to 4. 6, 9, 14, 16 damage. And I'm going to quick blow off of that attack for 1 stamina. Alright, 13, so it goes up to 16, does 3, does the modifiers and then the armor, so 3, 4, 5, 8, 12, 14. Sorry, wait, make sure that's right. 3, 5, 8, 13, and then it goes to 15. Yeah. Alright, 125 HP to go. Goes to Echo's turn. Not much we can do about Echo at this point. She can move a step closer, but at this point, if it happens, it's going to happen. Alright, so we do initiative. I knew it. Alright, so Daedalus is going to go... Oh, actually, sorry, I need to do a conviction check for Shayless real quick. Alright, I passed it. Okay, Daedalus goes first. Roll for poison. Alright, 5 damage. So it's at 380. It's going to make an attack against someone that's non-adjacent. It's going to go after furthest opponent. So actually, yeah, there is a point for her to move forward 1. So you know what? Move forward 1. Well, I already failed to call it. So it's going to attack Echo. So 15. Does this thing have no dodge? Really? Alright. So what I'm going to do to avoid this particularly nasty set of events is to... we're going to Demon Voucher the 10. Alright, and that makes the attack miss. Let's make sure 1, 2... Yeah, I was in range. Okay. So, try to do a ranged attack against... I'm not sure about the line of sight, to be honest. Because of how the tile works. But, yeah, I don't know if it gets rid of all of it. It's really unclear about what happens there. I'm going to assume it gets rid of the entire thing and clears a hole. Either way, it misses, so it doesn't matter. So even if it went after Nightingale, that 12 misses. So it is what it is. Alright, then is there an opponent adjacent? Yes. It's going to go after Zeke, because Zeke is higher up on the initiative. We'll let him attack and see what happens. $11 is a miss, just barely. Alright. Then it's going to stomp its way back down. And let me just check a few things. Relentless, unstoppable. Okay, it still gets break attacks. Alright, so that's just what I wanted to confirm. So, yeah, it's going to move towards the farthest opponent, which in this case is Echo. So it's going to move down a step. So we're going to go ahead and resolve based off this positioning here for all the break attacks. We'll start with Zeke first. He has no modifiers. 12's a miss. I'll exhaust this to attack again. We do lose courage. Also, I lost track of whether or not he gets a stamina or not. Alright, attack misses. Alright, Zulfikar next. 12, 13 because of flanking with Shayless, so it does hit. It's going to just do 2 damage from Wilt. Then it goes to Shayless. Shayless is going to do her break attack. Alright, so 16 plus 3 is 19. So it'll be 6. It'll go up to 10, go back down to 6 because of armor. 7, 8, 11, 21, 23 damage. So we're at 405. I'll quick blow off of that. Alright, 16 goes up to 19 because of all the modifiers. So it's going to do 6 damage plus 4 minus 4. And then 7, 8, 11, 14, 19, 21 damage. Okay. Then I will do an Overwatch shot with Nightingale to shoot as well. +1 because not moving. I'm going to go ahead and pop that intervention token, see if we can do a little bit better. I do worse. I'll use Masterwork, so that's going to be 11 plus 1 brings it, for not moving is 12, and then Masterwork makes it 13, so I hit. And it's going to do 3, 7, 9 damage. Like so. Okay. And then it's going to go ahead and move straight down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to attack everyone within reach 4. That includes Echo. We'll do this in order, though. We'll start with Nightingale first. That's a mean roll. That is a mean roll. I'm gonna go ahead and use Bahamut's Blessing. I can do it within SOI, and I have Hemlock and Sarah, so I'll force all these dice to reroll. That is not much better. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to let it hit me, because I mean I could fortune tell it, but I need to save that fortune tell for Echo. All right, so the attack will do. So it's 16. So it'll be 3, 5, 7, 9. I'll do 6. Okay. And he's going to heal for 1, 2. Heals for 2. And I need to do a conviction check for first the paralysis. I fail it, so she's going to be paralyzed. And then the next check will be for the knockback, which I also failed. So it's going to slam her against the wall for another 6. Okay. Then it's going to attack Echo. 13, which is just barely a miss. She has 14 defense. Then it's going to attack Shayless. Shayless will dodge using a Ninjutsu. She's going to reroll using Morbid Leather. Well, here it comes. 15 exactly, so it's going to hit. She has, 15 defense exactly. So the attack is going to do 2, 4, 6. 6 damage. I do have barrier up, and I have armor, and I take reduced damage from melee attacks. So it's going to reduce it by 4, so she'll take 2. I'll do a conviction check for the knockback and see what happens. What's the force for this? 13? Yeah, it is. 13. Let's see what we get. 13 exactly, so I don't get knocked back. So yeah, even with the 2, it would have knocked her back enough. Anyway. Actually, I think it has to go straight away, so I think it would actually slam into Zeke. It's really... Diagonals are always weird with... diagonals are super... diagonals are clear. It's whether it's these angled ones that are a bit more difficult to figure out. In any case, that's the end of Daedalus' turn, and he has definitely more than 200 damage at this point. So, let's get this going. The creature roars in pain and anger. A Soul Butcher crashes into the room as backup. Spawn a Soul Butcher on the west side of tile UM63. This Soul Butcher is unstoppable and ignores adventurers when drawing line of sight. When placing the initiative card for the Soul Butcher, place it directly after Daedalus. Okay, I thought it was going to be something much worse. I thought it was going to be Daedalus gets another initiative card. So I guess I kind of feel a bit bad that I killed him so fast before because I got denied loot. In any case, we need to go get a Soul Butcher. This Soul Butcher does have Unstoppable. Alright, so he's going to go right after Daedalus. And where is he going? On the west side of 63. North, south, east, west. Yeah, he's just going to spawn up here. I guess. And he has Unstoppable, so he can actually reach anyone. Could he reach from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, definitely can. Alright, yeah. It's going to spawn based off what's most advantageous for Daedalus, so that's going to be what's going to happen. Alright, so with that, it's going to go straight to the Soul Butcher's turn. Soul Butcher is going to make a range 8 attack against the farthest opponent, which is probably Shayless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, definitely. So Shayless is going to dodge, or try to again, with Lorelei's Tainted Gift. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Alright. Zeke will use his Bottle Blessing to make her reroll that black die. Are you kidding me? Alright. Nightingale will use her Bottle Blessing to make her reroll this. There's a 2 in 3 chance I get something that's at least of value. And I can't get it. Alright, so I'm not going to waste any more items. I'm lying. I'm going to waste more items. No, I'll let this go through. So, here it comes. 14 is a miss. She has 15 defense, thankfully. After it makes its attack, it'll continue down. Is there an opponent adjacent? No. No one in reach 2. It's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. That's also going to... It has Unstoppable, so it's just going to smash through everything. It can't get in range, so it's just going to heal and move up. Alright. Anyway, the win condition is just to defeat Daedalus, so if I defeat Daedalus, the Soul Butcher won't matter. It goes to Nightingale. Nightingale is within range of the Font of Renewal, so I'm going to use that to get rid of the paralysis so she can actually take a turn. And with all that in mind, I do kind of want to deal with Jerkwad here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Can I get line of sight here? Alright, well, first get my stamina. I'm hasted. Unexhaust this. So if I do like the shadows, I can go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do have line of sight here. The Butcher will not get the benefit of the hindering terrain because it only gets it if it's standing in 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah. Definitely can see, definitely have line of sight of its base. And that's 6 spaces away. Okay, so yeah, I'll do like the shadows to get to there. I do want to kill the Soul Butcher so I can get more loot. So let's do this. We're going to start with Doombreak. I will go ahead and let it flip and get that last stamina for it. Then I will do Precise Strike on the Soul Butcher. Alright, so that's 15, 16 if I let it go through. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So 16, so it's going to be 2 damage base, 3, 4, 7, 11. I'll do 11 damage. Okay, I'll quick blow off of that. I'll use the infection to do that extra damage. Or the pay the stamina cost, sorry. 18, so that definitely hits. 4, 6 from Morbid Leather. 7, 8, 11, 15, 19, so 19 damage. Alright, next I'll do a regular shot. Alright, I'll kill the messenger that 5. So we're at 20. So it's going to be 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 18, 22, 26. That was the 3rd attack, so I'll go ahead and do Brutal Slaughter on top of that for another 6. Okay. Then I will quick blow off of that. Alright, 17, 18, so 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 17, which will put it, yeah, I'll do it. So 17, we'll put it at 79 out of 80. I'll go ahead and do the subjugator now. Are you kidding me? Alright, I'll re-roll the 4. Oh my god, are you kidding? I will bottle blessing and re-roll both. There we go, now we hit. So that kills the Soul Butcher. We do need to roll to see if it spawns shit. Because of course it will. No, it doesn't. Good. So we'll go ahead and get this. Average 3, so we get 4 loot cards for this. Item loot, perfect. 2. I'm glad I devoted the resources for this. So that's 29 gold. So 1, 3, 19, and then we need to roll 2 whites. Again, another core. Holy cow. So yeah, 11's a core. Alright, well, we get a hardcore core, which is essentially a dodge core, which has the ability to have physical damage. Alright, well, it's going to go in the stash. We're good for cores. Good to know. Alright, off the Subjugator special ability, I'm going to Quick Blow. And target Daedalus. +1 of this because I haven't moved. So its total is 15 versus 13. So 2, 3, 4, 7, 11, 13 because of Wilt. Okay. And then at this point, all I got left is Murder Circus. So I'm going to use Murder Circus. Oh, actually, yeah, that's fine. I'll just stick with what I have. So Murder Circus, I'm going to roll 4 of these dice. Not the best roll. It's 13 in total, -4 for armor, so it does 9. Okay. That is it for Nightingale. Nightingale does need to make a check. Alright, she's going to take 4 damage, but she'll take half because she's resistant to magic. And get rid of the Soul Butcher. Alright, so yeah, that was Nightingale. Goes to Echo. Echo's staying where she's at. Goes to Zeke. Oh, actually, she should have been doing conviction checks, hasn't she? Yeah, my bad. I should have been keeping track of that. So this is her 3rd turn. Yeah, this will be a 3rd turn. So I'll roll for all 3. So 1. It's DC what, 13? Yeah. Okay, passes the first one. Passes the second. And here's the 3rd. Okay, she passed all of her conviction checks, so she doesn't take any magic damage. I actually didn't even consider that. Yeah, so she's one way or the other, you're put on the clock. That's kind of troublesome. Alright, anyway, goes to Zeke. Zeke will heal for 2. Get 4 stamina. Alright. We're going to go ahead and do the possession first. Actually, sorry, first, before I do the possession. Intervention on Nightingale. And then I'll do possession on Nightingale and make her attack. Attacking Daedalus. Alright, 21. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 20, 24, 28, 32, 34 with Wilt. And then she'll Quick Blow off of that. Okay. So that's going to be 14, 15. I'm going to go ahead and exhaust the Masterwork to make it 16. So now she gets the +2 from Morbid Leather. And then 3, 4, 7, 11, 13 damage, which is exactly enough to kill. So there you go. That is it. That's Daedalus. When you kill Daedalus, read the following hidden text. We reveal medium hidden card UM50. Even if I got the math slightly wrong, I still had Zulfikar, Rook, the rest of Zeke's turn, and Shayless coming. So one way or the other, we're going to slaughter this boss. But UM50. Draw a card. Alright, so we get this thing. It is a weapon. It's a spellcraft exotic. Gives you a gray casting die. Exhausts when an opponent ends their turn with an SOI. Deals 3 magic damage. If the opponent is adjacent, deal 6 magic damage instead. And the only symbol it has is Burst for follow-up heal 3. It's a ranged attack weapon. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like a... Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's mostly for spellcasters, though. Any case, I'm just going to put that in the stash because no one really can use it. It doesn't say we don't get a loot card, so we'll go ahead and draw one for the kill. Get 10 gold, putting us at 1329. All right. And then what we get here is each party member gains 1 experience point, and then restore adventurers. So all the stuff I flipped and used can get unflipped. All right, and then it mentions saving Echo took time you didn't have. Mark the story flag. Time is of the essence on the adventure sheet with a 1. If there's already a number marked on the story flag, add 1 to the number. Examples: time is the essence 2. All right, so time is of the essence 1. Do the players have story flag a reluctant partnership? Yes. And we go to stop fighting 445. I'm going to go ahead and call... Oh, first I need to get items. We burned through a ton of them, unfortunately. We're going to get a Pager's half, and then we'll get Bahamut's Blessing. And we'll get a phase token. We do get restore, so we can trade amongst ourselves, so we can just do this. Okay, I'll worry about cleaning up the rest of this stuff later. I'll clear the board and then yeah, and then we'll call it a video. So when we come back, we'll do the story bits. So I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Middara and Tabletop Simulator. I'll see you guys in a bit.